Hey everybody, welcome back. Notice anything different? It's Movember. The astute amongst you would have noticed that I am not rocking any facial hair. I know I look fucking baby-faced. But it's for a good cause, so a few of the fellas at work wanted to do it. They're going to have a 50-50 draw and everything, so and a couple of my friends are getting our friends to vote on for $1 a vote the best stash. So it should be fun. So yeah, I don't think any of you's ever seen me baby-faced assassin before. It is what it is. Yeah. By my next video, you should see what I'm going to do. And y'all know me. I can do some crazy facial hair shit. I like doing crazy facial hair shit. So you wait and see what I got planned. I'm going to win this. God damn it, I'm going to win. Anyway, it's all for fun. So, yeah. The glare might be a little more than usual. But it's all for fun. It's all for fun. So I hope we had a good week. I had a good week here. Calming tea, it's called. It's like citrus and lavender and some floral notes and some mint. Basically a citrus lavender minty tea. I like teas, so leave me alone. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good week. It's a good week here. I decided to wear something for the last few days. It's starting to get a little cold. Sun's going down at like 7 o'clock at the latest. Usually it's closer with the fog and everything, like 5:36. Winter is coming. So I decided to do what I do sometimes with winter, and that's wear a summer scent. You know, I don't like classifying colognes, and that's because, I mean, unless you're working outside and living outside, you're generally inside 99% of the time. I mean, and with buildings and stuff today and cars, and where you're generally in a environmentally controlled environment. So, I mean, I get the concept of certain scents work better in the winter than in the summer. I get that. But for the most part, you know, you can pretty much wear what you want when you want. I've always said that, and especially but people would classify it as a summer scent, so that's what I'm going to call it. Because it gives me a bit of a pick-me-up. Not that I was feeling down or anything. I want a bit of a pick-me-up, you know. And this one is, it's going to be a review, but it's also going to be a hidden gem type video. I hate the word hidden gem. These aren't hidden. You can find them anywhere. Under the radar seems like a better term. It's an under the radar type fragrance. Not too many people talk about it. It's surprisingly good, especially for the price. I paid $19.99 for this bottle, and that was kind of cheap for it too, because on most on most oh my god, blanking. Most internet sites, the discounters, there we go. It's going, this is Canadian, about $35, $40, so about $30 American, which still isn't expensive at all. Incanto pour un bleu by Salvatore Ferragamo. It's the box and the bottle. They're kind of like the bottle. It's shiny. Very shiny. shiny. Um, There's the bottle. I'm not a big fan of the cap. It's kind of this weird geometric bow almost. I don't know, ribbon. But that doesn't matter a whole lot. Got a little thing here. You can kind of hold it when you're spraying. Little, almost that fingerprint, thumbprint place. Nice bottle. Ferragamo. I don't know if he's the king of nice, cheap scents, but it seems that way. Almost everything I got tested or worn or owned from Ferragamo, it's always been under like $30 and fucking really good. This one's no exception. I didn't like it when I first got it. I think I talked about it a couple years ago. But as I've given it more wearings, a little bit here, a little bit there in the last few days, I biased, I guess. I'm not a big fan of, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of the fresh aquatic scents. And this one was a cheap one, so I kind of biasedly put it down as, just a generic run-of-the-mill type scent, fragrance. And I'm not wrong. It is that, but it's also got some uniqueness to it, which I really, when I wore it and gave it a chance, it really came out, and I discovered it myself. So this was kind of a discovery video for me too, because I put it down as just another, like I said, throwaway type fragrance, which it is. Like I said, it's got a lot of similarities to scents like that. The Bulgari Aqua line, the Cool Water line, the Nautica Voyage, pretty much every Nautica line, the Wings by Giorgio, Beverly Hills, them kind of scents, and this has got that in spades. But where this differs for me is in the nuances and the dry down. When you first spray it on, you're going to get hit with, well, let's get over the notes first. 2011, aromatic spicy. I'd call it a spicy or aromatic aquatic. It's got a hint of spice, but I wouldn't call it spicy by any stretch of the word. The only spice I get in it really is pepper. But anyway, top notes are pepper, cilantro, tarragon, cumin, artemisia, bergamot, and green notes and aldehydes. Mid is flowers, cinnamon, jasmine, rose, and carnation. Base is leather, amber, tonka bean, cedar musk, oak moss, and patchouli. Can't pick up on a lot of them notes. At the same time, I pick up on every one of them. That makes sense. If you know what you're looking for, you'll pick up on a lot of them. But at the initial spray, and if you're not an experienced nasal veteran, you're not going to pick up a lot of them. A prime example is right off the top, you're hit with them aldehydes. Boom. Or unaldehyde. I'm only getting one. And it's cologne. That all the aquatics use to give it that watery cucumbery type vibe. You're getting that just like I said, the aquamarine, the Bulgari Aqua, all of them scents. You're getting that cologne, that aldehyde hit, and it generally doesn't go away for a long while. You're getting hit with the pepper, boom, off the top. And bergamot, definitely bergamot. You're getting citrus. And it's green. It's got some green facets. It's not green. I should say it's green. It's got some green facets. And what I'm getting from the top, and I know what it is if I really smell, like I said, it is, I am picking up the cilantro, the tarragon, the cumin, the artemisia. But to me, all mixed together with the green notes kind of gives it almost it's got that melon vibe, but also like a rhubarb vibe. There's no rhubarb in it, and it's not rhubarb. It's the mixture of them notes. The green, somewhat sour and sweet vibe you get from rhubarb. Really does smell like rhubarb to me, which is nice. The rhubarb is a scent. It's not used enough as far as I'm concerned because it's a very complex odor. Like I said, it can give, or does give, sweet, sour, somewhat earthy, somewhat green, almost a grass-like smell. And this has that with that cucumber, that cologne cucumber kind of smell. So it's got some green facets to it right off the top. Like I said, almost rhubarby, melon rhubarb type deal. Very nice. But very common, honestly, because it's still a predominantly, well, you get that kind of rhubarb vibe and that little bit of pepper, giving it a spice. It's predominantly off the top a citrus, melon, cucumber. But like I said, you're getting that green or somewhat herbaceous rhubarb sour vibe. Very nice. It's hard for me to explain, but it's very nice. And then they say flowers. You get the flowers, but what you're picking up mostly in the flowers is just a mix of white florals in the mid. Don't really get a lot of cinnamon. Actually, I don't get any cinnamon, but the cinnamon could be being used instead of as the odor itself, combining with the top notes to help with that somewhat earthy vibe you get. I don't want to say earthy because then people are going to think it's super earthy, but somewhat the rhubarb vibe. I can't really explain any better than that. But I do pick up on the jasmine. There is some rose in there. And the carnation. The thing is they're all mixed so well that they're hard to pick out if you don't know what you're looking for. But they're all there. Especially the rose, but it doesn't smell rosy. The rose is giving it more of a, contributing more to the musty vibe you get from it towards the mid. The floral you pick up the most, to me, would be the jasmine and a few other white florals, just generic white florals, where the rose and the carnation, but the rose is definitely giving it more of the other flowers, almost a boost. Very nice. The base is where I don't pick up a lot of notes. It tends to dry down very nicely into an earthy, slightly earthy musk. And wood, cedar, a musky, woody cedar dry down. But it keeps that freshness, keeps that freshness the whole length of the scent. Like I said, the citrus and the aldehydes that they use, and some of the fresher herbs, the cilantro and the tarragon and the cumin, keep that freshness, that melon vibe through cucumber vibe through the whole scent. So it reminds me a lot of other scents. Like I said, a lot of people say Nautica Voyage. Yeah, I get that, though Nautica Voyage is a hell of a lot sweeter to my nose. If you took the sweetness out of Nautica Voyage, I could see that. Maybe more similar to something like Bulgari Aqua to me, with a real heavy dose of that melon cucumber cologne kind of vibe. But it's got more layers to it, more depth than a lot of those ones do. They're kind of 2 or 3 note ponies, and that's it. Which nothing wrong with that. I love all the ones, but I'm just saying that's just what it is. Whereas this seems to evolve, but never loses sight of what it is. It's a fresh scent. It's always going to be a fresh scent. It's got aspects of florals in it, aspects of earthiness, aspects of musk and wood. I would say where those other ones are, if I was going to wear something outside in the middle of the day in the summer, they'd be more likely than this, because this is just a tad bit too complex for, you know, end of July, fucking 37 degrees out. This is more of a early summer scent, I guess you'd call it. I wear them all year round, though. I don't care. So should you. Yeah, it's a nice find, guys, if you can find it. I don't know how hard it is to find now. I haven't looked online for it lately. But I don't even know if it's still priced good, actually, because the last time I looked, like I said, it was like $35, and that was a year ago on FragBuy. So I never showed you the atomizer. I'm sorry. Very good atomizer. Yeah, you get. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, sometimes you just want to sit and smell something. It's got that nice, fresh melon vibe, and it said slight sweetness. You get some of the pepper. Yeah, and it's like I said, it keeps that freshness, start to finish, which will bring me to the longevity. Not bad for the type of scent it is. I got about 6-7 hours out of it, which is really good for a fresh aquatic type scent. I think that's because of the uses of things like patchouli and musk and amber in the base and cedar and a really good cologne aldehyde that they used in it. Like one of the best for such a cheap scent. Although all aldehydes, no matter how good they are, have a cheap vibe to them. That's just the way they are. But this one is one of the better ones. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of that rhubarb-esque vibe that I was talking about. Bit of a green sour tinge. Love it. It could be the cumin. Well, I know the cumin's helping out in that too, because sometimes cumin can give off some funky vibes. So I think it's what's giving it that bit of a sour vibe. Yeah. Compliment factor worked fine. Just a couple compliments. Smells nice, smells good. When I got people to smell it, yeah, it smells really nice. Nobody disliked it, which is almost I don't know the word, non de plus. Like usually somebody dislikes everything. Not one person disliked this. Not overpowering. Projection wise, a little hard for the first 15-20 minutes because of that. Those aldehydes or that aldehyde can be very, like I said, that synthetic boom, boom, but goes away relatively quick. So it goes away, mellows out really 15-20 minutes, and then it's just a beautiful scent. The projection was only maybe after that, not even really half an arm's length, a foot and a half away, and never overpowering. Nice sillage though, and there is a difference. When you walk by somebody, they smell that trail, or they're walking behind you, or you leave a room, it's got a nice sillage. Very, very, very dominant sillage for such a fresh scent. So yeah, that's it, guys. Under the radar scent. Cheap, doesn't smell cheap, performs decently. Nobody seemed to dislike it. Again, nobody said it was their favorite by any stretch of the word. Oh, that's gorgeous. But it was all, it smells nice, Like, what do you want? You smell nice. All right, guys. When I come back, probably next time, you'll see what I'm going to be doing for Movember. Until then, this is the Babyface Assassin signing out. Peace, love, be good to each other.